Hello, today is Thursday, August 20th, 2026. Here is your daily signal. India's government has directed domestic refiners to increase LPG output to secure supplies as uncertainty over the Strait of Hormuz continues, according to Bloomberg. The Strait of Hormuz is a strategic choke point for global oil and LPG shipments, carrying about one-fifth of the world's petroleum. India imports nearly half of its LPG through this route, making its energy security highly vulnerable to disruptions, particularly during the festival season when demand surges for domestic and commercial use. Ongoing tensions in the region have historically led to price spikes and supply instability in global oil markets. On August 17, 2026, India took urgent steps to boost local LPG production, as covert oil transfers through the strait into the Gulf of Oman continue at full tilt to stabilize global crude prices. Meanwhile, satellite images published August 16 reveal Saudi ships preparing to surge oil exports from both sides of Hormuz, while Iran's shipments remain constricted. In the near term, supply tightness could drive up domestic LPG and global crude prices during India's festival season, with covert oil flows potentially mitigating sharp price shocks yet heightening geopolitical tensions. Over the medium term, prolonged instability may accelerate India's diversification and push for expanded strategic reserves, while Gulf producers outside Iran are poised to capture a larger share of the market and shift regional power dynamics. Next, on to developments in public health in Africa. Bloomberg reports that the current Ebola outbreak in Congo is the country's deadliest yet, hitting a health system already weakened by years of conflict and mass displacement. Ebola has re-emerged against a backdrop of prolonged violent unrest, significantly straining local healthcare capabilities. Previous experiences with Ebola helped shape response systems, but recent cuts to humanitarian funding have left medical teams under-resourced and undermined effectiveness. On August 17, 2026, this outbreak coincided with shrinking relief budgets and continued armed conflict, and the UN has warned that the virus is winning due to the severe strain on Congo's fragile health system. In the near term, weak containment risks increased Ebola transmission and higher mortality rates in affected communities. Looking further ahead, funding shortfalls could erode regional capacity to manage future health crises, and persistent conflict may impede both local and international health responders from accessing hotspot areas. Trust in health authorities may deteriorate, hampering vaccination and isolation efforts critical for controlling the outbreak. Next, we turn to the tech and payments sector. TechCrunch reports that Stripe will acquire AI gateway startup OpenRouter for over $7 billion, aiming to strengthen its integration of payment and generative AI infrastructure. Stripe, founded in 2010 by Patrick and John Collison, is a leading payments infrastructure company, while OpenRouter connects businesses to multiple generative AI models via a single platform. As the AI payments ecosystem grows rapidly, enterprises increasingly seek seamless monetization and greater control over AI-driven transactions, leading to heightened interest in such strategic deals. With the acquisition announced August 16, 2026, Stripe plans to integrate OpenRouter's model routing technology directly into its developer ecosystem, potentially accelerating AI monetization and giving Stripe a stronger competitive position. Over the medium term, this move may reshape competitive dynamics among payment providers by offering bundled payment and AI access services and could prompt further consolidation in the AI payments sector. Stripe's expansion may also encourage more enterprises to adopt its platform for both payment processing and AI-driven product development. Now, onto the markets. International equities were broadly higher, with Germany's EWG rising 0.82% and Belgium's EWK gaining 1.03%, while Netherlands' EWN slipped by 1%. France's EWQ advanced 0.88%, and Japan's EWJ edged down 0.62%. Commodities posted strong gains, led by platinum with PPLT up 5.78% and gold's GLD advancing 3.83% alongside silver's SLV jumping 4.47%. Uranium also moved sharply higher as URA climbed 3.19%, while natural gas UNG dropped 0.89%. In the favorites category, Microsoft posted a modest rise of 0.56% and Adobe surged by 3.54%, but AMD retreated 3.71%. Axon soared 4.17% and Marvell jumped 9.85%, while Intel fell 4%. Sector performance was mixed. Healthcare Roman 45 gained 3.51% and the S&P 500 climbed 0.21%, while semiconductors stocks sank 2.21%, making Intel today's top sector loser. Among individual names, Defiance daily target 2x long mRNA ETF mRNX surged 352%, and Moderna mRNA soared 164%, with Profusa PFSA the day's steepest loser, plunging over 52%. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.